6 criminals who could still be out there today. Number 1. The Doodler. In San Francisco, between January 1974 and June 1975, 5 gay men were killed in a series of matching murders by a killer known as the Doodler. He gained the nickname the Doodler as he would apparently sketch his victims before sleeping with them and then murdering them. The police released a digitally aged composite sketch and audio of an anonymous phone call reporting the first body they suspected to be the Doodler to the public, along with a $100,000 award for news leading to his arrest or capture. However, he still remains at large. Number 2. The Babysitter. Also known as the Oakland County Child Killer, this serial killer is attributed to the deaths of at least 4 children in Oakland County, Michigan, between February 1976 and March 1977. Out of the babysitter's 4 confirmed victims, 2 were boys, and 2 were girls, all aged between 10 and 13, and all went missing outside of their homes. The killer's identity remains unknown to this day. Number 3. Akim Zgokiayev. Akim Zgokiayev was accused of organizing the Russian apartment bombings in 1999 between September 4 and September 16, being responsible for 293 deaths in Moscow and Volgodonsk. Zgokiayev claims he was framed by a former friend who was an FSB officer, although the FSB claims Saudi-born Chechen terrorist Ibn al-Khattab paid him $500,000 to organize the attacks. Whilst Ibn al-Khattab was killed by the FSB in 2002, Zgokiayev managed to slip away, apparently crossing the border to Georgia before possibly fleeing onwards to Turkey. Number 4. The Canal Pusher. Within Manchester, England, some suspect that the city has been under the spectre of a serial killer for some time, the Canal Pusher. The Greater Manchester Police told the Daily Star Sunday newspaper that, between 2008 and 2014, they had pulled 85 bodies from Manchester's canals and waterways. There have been many cases where the parents and families of those retrieved from the Manchester waterways have been suspicious regarding their loved ones' deaths. Despite this, no headway has been made towards identifying a profile for the Canal Pusher. Number 5. The Freeway Phantom. Between April 1971 and September 1972, a series of killings rocked Washington, D.C. as 6 young black girls were brutally murdered. As the media dubbed him the Phantom Freeway, this serial killer reigned terror and was never caught. Despite receiving numerous calls and mail tips, the police task force that was set up to solve the case could never identify anyone as being the person responsible for the killings. Each of the 5 victims' bodies was found by the side of the I-295 freeway, and the 5th victim, Brenda Woodward, was covered with a coat that contained a chilling note in the pocket, which read, "This is tantamount to my insensitivity to people, especially women. I will admit the others when you catch me if you can." Number 6. Glenn Stewart Godwin. Glenn Stewart Godwin is a criminal with a storied history. Stewart committed an armed robbery with an accomplice where he stabbed a man 26 times with a butcher knife before loading the body into a truck and trying to blow it up in the desert using homemade explosives. Local residents later found the exploded truck containing the body, and Godwin was eventually arrested and charged with first-degree murder. In 1987, Godwin tried to bust out of Duell Vocational Institute and was moved to the maximum security Folsom State Prison as a result. Although this turned out to work in Godwin's favor, as he escaped Folsom in June of 1987. While awaiting extradition to the United States, Godwin killed a rival cartel member in prison, stalling his extradition long enough to stage another jailbreak. It's now believed that Godwin is active in illegal drug trade activities in Latin America.